What's something that you've learned in the new construction space that maybe that the typical real estate agent doesn't pick up on, or they don't use, or a tool or something that we could take away from that side of the industry and apply it to our side?
So how about I'll tell you what I wish more agents would do.
Perfect. Even better.
I wish more agents would get out of their own way when it comes to new construction. So a lot of times they try to push things on a builder that builders won't do. Builders won't bend. They don't need to. And, I don't know if they're trying to prove their value to their client or what they're trying to do, but it ends up hurting the client overall when they're trying to get, addendums with certain things on them, or, stuff like that the builder just won't do. The builder might be willing to do something like that, but they're not going to do it because the agent is trying to force themselves on them. So, listen, meet with the builder rep before you take your clients. Find out what some of the things are that's different. All builders are different. So, really engage in the new construction communities. Find yourself a rep for each builder and find out how that builder works. And, so I'm with 3 Pillars. So 3 Pillar in my community is different than it is in Jerome Village and in Evans Farm, because I'm the only condo community that Xenios has started from the ground up. So, go to these sites and see what's different, and don't just try to force, what you think on them. Like if they have incentives, they have incentives. You're not going to change their mind typically. So, find out what's going on with that builder and develop a relationship with a builder rep that you can trust, that is going to help you through the transaction and help your client and do the best thing for your client. Hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I think look, I don't do a ton in the new construction space. I didn't do anything probably for the first half of my real estate career in the new construction space. It wasn't a focus, right? I did maybe one deal a year or one deal every 2 years in new construction. But, in the future, when you look at opportunities of what's in our marketplace, new construction is going to be the thing that solves the lack of inventory, right? Just with the way that low interest rates are and the people that bought at that time. And then you have the institutional buyers and all of the other investors and lack of foreclosures and all of those things, right? Like the road is leading us down to new construction. And
still creating inventory there.
Yeah. And, I think as agents, you're spot on. I think a lot of times we struggle with, how do I bring value to my client, or how do I justify representing them during this process when the builder and the builder rep do 95%, 98% of the heavy lifting, Well,
I think that's where people get confused. That's where agents get confused. Your value is in showing up and listening and paying attention. So maybe taking some notes, so that when the builder rep says, oh, well, we didn't go over that, you say, yeah, we did. I have notes right here. We covered this, and this is what my folks said they wanted. And you were going to put that in the purchase agreement. Like being that second set of, eyes and ears for the client. Just observing, listening, and taking notes and taking photos. So, I go and I take photos of all the selections. I remember one house was being constructed with the wrong exterior front, and the builder tried to get my buyers to pay to replace the front they put on with the front that they ordered. And I'm like, no, here are my photos, here's my documentation, here's everything. So that's where I create value. So I create value in listening and paying attention and taking notes.